If you commit yourself to doing something and you do it, that shows your self-confidence. If you commit yourself to doing something and you don't do it, that shows lack of integrity. That shows you that you cannot trust yourself. This is Mindset by Natalia, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited because today we are finally doing mid-year check-in, mid-year reset. Where are we with our goals? What are the things that we've outgrown? What are the things that we need to actually start doing? What are the things we haven't even thought about since we made our vision board? All of this is what we're going to be covering in today's video. Now, as you can tell, I have my vision board right here. I made this in January. I love doing it, the whole process, cutting out pictures, doing my research online, going on Pinterest, finding all of my pictures of the dream future life that I want. We need to dip our toes in different areas, right? So we have finances, we have relationships, we have romantic relationships, we have traveling, we have career stuff, we have our physical health, our spiritual health, our hobbies. All of these things need to go into our vision board. If you're in the energy of creating a new kind of life for yourself, start now. Start now with what you have, as they say. Like I said, I made my vision board 6-7 months ago, but since then what I also did was create a mind movie. A mind movie, if you haven't heard, it's a concept, I think it's originally from this book that I read from Dr. Joe Dispenza, Becoming Supernatural. He talks about creating a mind movie, something that your mind gets to see with your goals so that you can physically see it like moving. Like you see this as a movie of your life and you're just like, oh, I'm just waiting until that actually becomes the reality that I see here. And that's been helping me a lot. So if you want a separate video on that, let me know down below and I can do that for you guys. But for now, let's just talk back to the vision boards. So what's been working for me? What are the things that I am doing? What are the things that I gave up a long time ago? So everything to do with my physical health, I started off really strong this year. I started doing my nutrition plans. I started working out. I started going to classes with people. I was doing all of that, right? And then I did that for probably a good 3 or 4 months. And then I was like, all right, I kind of fell off the bandwagon. Now it's become my rebrand. Okay, I was kind of off of this for 2 months, so now I'm dedicated to get back on. I've been running in the mornings. I've been going on at least an hour walk every single day. And I'm finally getting to the gym to do weights because that was a big thing for me. And that's something I really want to do. I really want to get into just physically feeling stronger in my body. So that's something I'm going to be working on. I've been working on, and this is like, I started hard with it, were all of my hobbies. I started knitting a sweater, which I have half of it done already. I need to do the other half. I took a pottery class for like 12 weeks at the beginning of the year. I guess I only ended like a month ago. I was completely new, had never done ceramics in my life. And I was like, I've always wanted to do this. It's the time to do it. So I did it, and I just made the plan to do it. Everything you'll see that I'm talking about, everything becomes easier if you just make a plan for it. If you're waiting to be divinely inspired to get up at 6 in the morning for the first time this entire year, that motivation will last maybe 1 or 2 days max. That's why we can't rely on our motivation all the time. We need to rely on our discipline and our commitments that we make to ourselves. If you commit yourself to doing something and you do it, that shows your self-confidence. If you commit yourself to doing something and you don't do it, that shows lack of integrity. That shows you that you cannot trust yourself. Reshape the mindset around how we see ourselves. Do we think that we're capable? If I'm doing my ab workout because I have awesome looking abs on my vision board, am I thinking about that picture and that image at the time that I'm doing it? Sometimes, but most of the times when I'm doing it is just encouraging myself. Just being like, yes, you can do 10 more seconds. I know that you can do it. And if you can't be that big cheerleader for yourself, no one else is going to be. The things that we expect other people to do and show up in our lives and plan the dates and bring us this and do this for us and call us when we're stressed out, you need to do that for you first. If you don't take care of you, nothing else follows. It's like when people say if you don't have your health, your physical health, you don't have anything. You don't care about the debt that you're in. You don't care about the relationships really that you have. The only focus in your mind is to heal itself, to get better, to get out of that illness, out of that bad physical space. A huge thing, something that I wanted to focus so much of this year around was my career. I wanted to start a YouTube channel. I wanted to get new tech and new technology and a new phone to record on. And I wanted to get a new computer and I wanted to gain subscribers and I wanted to do my social media thing, do my brand outreach, like really create my career for myself this year and all of this stuff that I love so much about personal development. In February, I made my first ever YouTube video, which was like how to manifest 101, something like that. And from then forward, every single Friday since then, now we're like in July, every single week, 9 a.m. Friday, you can expect a video from me. It's just what I do, and it's become part of my routine. And I think the reason I was able to do it, first of all, don't tell people all of your goals. Like, put it up in your room, say what you need to say. But a lot of times when you are ready to like make a goal come into reality, you tell people because you're genuinely really excited. Oh, mom, look, I'm going to start reading like a book every single month. Oh, look, my partner, like, this is awesome. I'm going to be traveling to 10 different countries this year. When you say that, you will gain praise because people are going to be proud of the fact that you want to do these things, that you want to travel, that you want to take care of your health, that you want to have thriving, amazing relationships. But a lot of times what happens is that our minds get that little dopamine rush of feeling like they've already accomplished it. But then what actually ends up happening, people end up not doing the thing because they already got the woohoo, the celebration that you were supposed to get once you already complete it. And that's why I tell people, like, don't necessarily tell all the people your goals. If you do, tell like a small amount of them and don't tell them everything. Maybe be like, yes, I'm really focused on the gym. Let's do this together. It's going to happen if you actually believe that you haven't done it yet. Another big thing I've been focusing a lot since, I would say even starting from last year, but it has definitely carried into this year, which I have on my vision board, is actually listening to my menstrual cycle. Like, as a female, I'm listening to my menstrual cycle and I have 4 different phases. Let me know if you guys want me to do like a video about this, because I read a book and I've done so much research, and like all of my food and my gym workouts and stuff like that, I always like align them with how I'm doing in my cycle. Trips are something I always put on my vision board because I love traveling so much. And I love that this year I put so many places that I have been wanting to go to for like a long time. And it's just time to go. It's just time to do it. And then there's other places I have on here. Big changes happening later this year. Let me just tell you that. But some of these trips are going to be like half a year. Like we're talking 6 months. We're talking like living somewhere else, living in a different country. So I have to put that up there. But when I first created my vision board, I had a thought as to how I was going to do it. I had a plan, like I kind of want to do this. I kind of want to do this in this country, like, but nothing short. And it was literally just a repetition of me bringing it up into my mind and being like, how is this going to happen? Like, either I make a way for it or I make an excuse for it. And that's, again, what I always say, like, go back to the planning. If you plan something, you actually have like a way of seeing that it can happen in your future. But what about my mind? What is on my vision board that is making my mind stronger, that is making my skills sharper, that is bringing knowledge that I didn't have before, but also not over consuming things to the point where I'm just reading 50 books a year and I'm only ever consuming and I'm never creating. This is something I do every single year after I've made my vision board. And I only do it one time. Maybe I'll check on it like this time around, like halfway through the year when I'm kind of like what's going on with my vision board and my intentions. What I do is I open a document on my computer and I write down, how could these things happen? If on my vision board you see I have a book deal, like get a book deal to write a book. Anything that you want to do can happen, anything. But you need to have your mind believe that too. And this is what I do again. I write down, all right, I want to get a book deal by the end of the year. I just want to get a book deal this year. That's my goal. I'll type that in and then I'll write down maybe like 5 to 10 reasons. How could this happen? Like, genuinely, if my life depended on this happening, how would I do it? Who would I contact? My mom's friend, she, I think, is a publisher. Like, maybe I can talk to her. How else could I get it? I could reach out, just cold emails to different publishing brands. I could talk to this influencer that I know who just wrote a book, and I could ask her how she went about it. Like, You don't necessarily need to know the execution, but you need to know what kind of step you need to take in order for this to start happening. Remember, the thing that keeps everyone in one place is stagnation. If you are stagnant in something, you will never move. That's why I always say, even with your physical body, if you're feeling too much in your mind, go move your body, because if there's stagnation in your mind, there at least can be, at least you won't have stagnation in your body. And that will help release it. So in this case, the exact same thing. Write down, how could this happen? I also have a money amount that I want to gain this year. Like, oh my gosh, if I had this amount of money in my account by the end of the year, this would be amazing. So I'm going to write down, if my life depended on it, if let's say, God forbid, someone in my family got hurt tomorrow and had doctor's bills that added up to that amount, would I be more likely to find that money somewhere? Yes, because it no longer becomes a question of, oh, can I do it? Should I do it? It becomes, I'm doing it. Like, I have so much determination and faith that it doesn't matter where I have to get this money from, I can find that money. And I'm not saying this from a lack perspective of you just need to be begging for money. But when you have the determination in your mind and in your heart of, I'm doing this, the universe is going to see your certainty as it's obeyed orders. Whatever you say goes. If you say that is the amount of money that I'm going to be making this year, there is no discussion. There is no, oh, but, and, what if? No. I've stated what it is. It's the clearest boundary that you could ever put up. If you actually knew what you wanted, you would actually go for it. That's why we make vision boards, to see, when you say, I want to be a millionaire, what does that mean to you? Does that mean literally 1,000,000? Does it mean I want to be a multimillionaire? I want to do this and then donate it. What do you mean? Get specific with your goals. Mindset plus action equals result. You cannot have action if you do not have mindset. You cannot have mindset if you do not have action. Both of these things go hand in hand. When you work on your mindset, if you just, again, stay in your mind, you have all the divine inspiration. You have healed yourself. You think about things in the way that you know that things are possible. But if you don't back that up with action, no one is coming to just give you things. No one is dropping off something at your doorstep being like, here's your book deal. No, you need to do some action in order to fulfill what it is that you want. And a lot of people, especially on the internet these days that I see, a lot of people just tell you to do the action. And I think that is just as silly as saying, just do the mindset. You cannot do the action if your mindset is not aligned. If your mindset genuinely doesn't believe that you can do things, that you're worthy of having them, that it's normal and casual to see money or see good relationships around you, if you don't normalize those things that you desire, you're never going to have them. So mindset and action, both of these go hand in hand. Work on your mindset, work on the traumas that you have. Don't live in your traumas though. This is huge. Do not live in your traumas, because if you do, you will repeat a cycle that you will never get out of. This is why I always say therapy is not for the rest of your life. If you're in therapy and you've been in therapy for 30 plus years, okay, I obviously don't know your situation, but therapy is not meant to be forever. It's meant to come in at points in your life where you're having an extra difficult time. Things are really going on that are really, really difficult for you. That's when you get a therapist. That's when you need someone to help you through it. But all in all, across your life, there should be nothing that's bringing you back and constantly reminding you of your childhood trauma and the things that you didn't have and the things that make you feel unequal to other people or not good enough. That constant reminder is, again, whatever you focus on, you create more of. If you're only ever focused on the trauma and bad things that have happened to you, that is the only thing that is ever going to continue to happen for you. If you never take that step to look outside of the box, you're going to be in that box forever. And that is a really limiting place to be. You will never accomplish your goals. You will never exceed to the highest potential that you were created and meant to have, because you're going to be so stuck in the future. So stuck in the past. Like I say, being stuck in the past just as bad as being stuck in the future. Whoever you are presently, bring in aspects of what it is that you wish to attain. Mindset plus action will yield you results. If you change your mindset, if you change your actions, you are bound to succeed, okay? And this is why I'm saying it. when you're able to heal your mind and then to produce the things that the universe and God is calling you out to do, you will be the most abundant person in this universe, because you are literally like, you are fulfilling the purpose that the universe brought you here to do. It brought you here to work on your mindset and act, move, shift, evolve, and create. You already are what you wish. These things, I look at them and I truly believe I already have those. None of those things seem so impossible that I'm like, nope, I'm not even gonna try. Go big, go big, okay? Dream big. It doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter what other people think you're capable of, because it only matters what you believe about yourself. And if you have, again, the mindset and the actions to change yourself into the kind of person you want, by the time we're talking by the end of the year, you will have 90% of the things on your vision board, if not more. Like, you just will. It's just meant to happen like that. And it's not hard. It doesn't take hours and effort and sacrifice and blood, sweat, and tears. It's also not that. And that's why I say it's not just action. It's mindset, because mindset makes your action easier to accomplish. With all that being said, I see you, I feel you, and most importantly, you are enough. Anything that you believe yourself to have, you will be granted. It's in the laws of nature.